Greetings, friends and Robloxians. Thanks for watching a Little Kingdom production. We just got an update in Islands. Let's take a look at the review notes here. Where are they? Okay, looking at the review notes, or the update notes, bunch of stuff about fishing. Don't really care about that. I'm just going to focus on this one thing that really interests me. Added the blast furnace. Now, it actually took a minute for this to really be added. This is what it looks like. I am blasting a lot of steel right now. Essentially, it's a manual steel maker, kind of like the small furnace. And we can set up a small furnace or the fire pit. Campfire. And you make your iron ingots on the furnace or campfire, and then you make steel using the iron ingots and coal or petrified petroleum. I'm using that because I got tons of it. To craft the blast furnace only takes 50 brick and 20 iron. As quickly as you can make brick, and you can make brick in here as well. All you got to do is in the small furnace add some coal and some clay, and you can make your brick. You can make 50 brick in a small furnace, and I'm assuming you can make 50. Yeah, so this was a recent update too, where they made it so you can add multiple ingots or ores to these furnaces. It used to be just slots, 1, 2, 3 slots for the small furnace, and for the campfire it was 1. Now you can add up to 50, which is great. So it's going to make one at a time, but over a period of time it's way better than having to revisit this thing over and over and over. Alright, so once you've got your clay made into bricks and your iron ores made into ingots, craft the blast furnace. I've already made 5 of them. I think 5 is pretty good because it will actually allow me to stand here and use Tiny Task to record a session of loading each one of these with iron and coal or petrified petroleum. Oh, here's Shadow Fox. This is what I'm going to do overnight. This is going to be way better than steel mills, because the steel mills, they only hold 1. Let's put down steel mill. Unless this got updated too, but a steel mill, it's got 1 slot for 1 slot. Yeah, I'm clicking on that over and over. It will only take 1. Put a chest on the other end here. A starter island, you would work your way up to being able to make this steel mill and then craft a bunch of steel. That way you can end up crafting, I think that's rods and things. You would have to craft this before you could make a smelter. Smelter is kind of not needed. Let's do a test here. I'm going to put an iron in here, and okay, good. And an iron in here. Let's see what produces faster. I'll do a couple of tests. I think the steel mill is going to make that 1 steel ingot faster. Okay, it wasn't that much faster. It might have been a few seconds faster. I'm not sure. Okay, so the way I would do this is I would start my recording and then load it up with 50 and load it up with fuel. And then go on to the next one. This one's still got 3 in it. After I've got these all loaded, I'm going to time-lapse this video, and we'll find out how long did it actually take for 50 steel ingots times 5, so 250 to be crafted. Sorry, Wolfie, I don't mean to ignore you. I am working on a little project here. I don't think he knows I'm recording. I'm almost done loading this up, and then I can chat with you. If you don't know Wolfie, my good friend, always hanging out, showing me new stuff, total genius at islands, excellent obby player. Okay, so we're going to time-lapse this, and I will come back in just a moment for you, but maybe it'll be 5 minutes for me. I think it felt like 5 minutes to do this before. But yeah, we'll see you back here in just a moment. All right, so it is finishing up right now. I've already extracted like 42 of these, so when I grab this last one, or 32, or 38, so there's 50 from that, and I'll get the 50 from here, 50 from there, 50, 50, so I got 250 steel ingots, and I'll have to check the timer. So that was actually 10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes to get 250 from 5 of these things. But we could get 500 if I set this up with another row of 5. And we could just go around and AFK farm 10 of these things, because they're all within reach here. I could actually squeeze them closer together. I just set this up like this for pretty, but it's not really functional. Just having fun with it. Play around with it yourself though. Set yourself up really, I like to think of these things as factories, but this is manual, so it's not using factory equipment. You know, if I'm actively playing, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up. I think I had 50 bits of fuel in here and it only used 20, so that's a good ratio of fuel to ingots. Yeah, I'll fill these up and then I'll go do things like water my flowers, build something for fun. You know, if I'm actively playing, you can go do anything while this is going on and just come back and revisit it. Flowers take 10 minutes to grow, so I could just go back and forth between flowers and steel manufacturing. But I'm gonna love this update. Very good for me, and I'm old school, well established. I've got a massive steel farm on an old island that I run on a laptop. That thing kind of bothers me because every time I go visit it, after leaving it alone for hours, it gets backed up with iron and coal and just slows down. And when I first get on the server, it's making tons and tons of steel, but after a couple of hours, it's slowing way down. So, well, here, set this up manually. If I was AFK farming, I could set it up with tiny tasks to repeat that every 10 minutes. I might make it 11 minutes to give it time, just in case some of these get a little laggy. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to have fun and keep it imaginary.